Vigils are taking place across the world this weekend to remember Payne, the One Direction star who died on Wednesday. Well, this group of fans gathered in Sydney to remember him. Payne fell from a third-floor balcony at this hotel in Bruce. It's not yet known when his body will be repatriated to the UK. My favorite memories with my sister are almost entirely revolving around One Direction. So for me, it feels like, I guess, like the end of us growing up together, which is really that words make it so hard. It's like the fondest memories I have. Like I look back on it like it's my favorite time of my life. There was always something to look forward to, and whether it will be like counting down to the shows or a new album, or even just seeing like going to on Twitter what did they wear at the latest show. And culture explain how fans around the world have been paying tribute to Liam. I mean, there's a series of vigils around the world, so not just here in the UK, but starting with the UK, I am going to be heading myself to one of these vigils later today at 2 local time at Hyde Park in central London, and fans are being asked to bring letters and tributes at flowers to really just pay tribute to him and also mark this law. And it's one of a series, as I say, of these visuals that are taking place around the UK. We got other ones in Newcastle, Manchester, Birmingham taking place today, but outside as well in the rest of Europe and further afield. I mean, yesterday we were looking at some social media footage of a vigil in Manila in the Philippines, and there's also vigils and me memorial taking place in Australia as well. So I think what it all shows is that Liam Payne was a cheeky boy from Wolverhampton. He was just 14 years old when he first auditioned for the Exacted That talent show, and then 16 years old when he went on to audition again and then became part of this hugely successful boy One Direction, and that took him on tours around the world and obviously winning herds of fans around the world as well. And clearly that the laws that they are reacting to this very sudden loss death on Wednesday, and I think this gathering are really an opportunity for fans that Direction, as they call themselves, to come together and just sort of express their grief. Yeah, and it's really difficult because it was an unexpected death. There's still a lot of questions around it, and a lot of Payne fans are younger, and I remember this is showing me, but when take that split up, which is just a split, there was support, there were hotlines and that fans could call up after Michael Jackson died. There was a lot of support. What kind of support is out there as well for people to help process this? Well, I mean, I think this gatherings are a one real way of them sort of getting that sort of support, because it's a support from the community. And as you say, the band went on this hiatus, as they call it, a couple of years ago, but despite that, the fan base has remained very loyal, and we are really seeing that now they are coming together, they are supporting each other, they are singing the songs and sort of holding hand at these vigils and these memorials. And I think that's one way of them expressing their grief, because of course he was only 31 years old, he was incredibly young. And I think another reason we are seeing this outpouring of support and sympathy is because for a lot of fans, people are saying things like it's the end of their childhood in a way, because they sort of grew up with this boy band, and you never expect something like this to happen, and all of a sudden he is being taken away in such a sudden way. Thank you so much.